Hey guys, welcome to an episode of Gazing into Open Comics on a Friday afternoon. And this is what I'm going to do on Friday afternoons, man. So here we go. Uh, what I normally do is I just shout out the year, but this one might be a reprint. I'm not sure, but it's Strange Adventures number 238. Adam Strange. The Secret of Tom Thumb Spaceman. Pretty cool. Picked this up at the local comic shop. And not so local, as I say, but I drive to Olympia sometimes. It's in high grade. That's why I don't know if it's a reprint or not, but it's pretty cool. We're gonna go for now. This one is definitely a reprint, but of an earlier story. It's 1980 Fantasy Masterpieces number 7, The Silver Surfer, in the era of Frankenstein. We got some Sal Buscema art here. This is where I pull out comics from the backed up back issue area, but then it goes now into another backed up back issue area. I'm getting like 2 different backed up back issue areas. It's pretty crazy. But this looks pretty good to me. Love it. Love these old reprints. Yeah, so in a couple days on Monday, I'll be seeing an old friend I haven't seen in 20 years. Hey, what's up, Z? Thanks for being here, Zodiac. Appreciate it, man. I'm going to see someone I haven't seen in 20 years, and apparently I could buy long boxes for $25 each, and they're not boarded, so we'll see how that goes. They'll be mostly modern, but I'm pretty excited about that. Man, I'll have backed up freaking back issues forever after that. So this is 1982, Cole the Conqueror, number 1. I think I got this from Cheap Comic Collector for a couple bucks. He's going to do his claim sale this Saturday and do a giveaway. The McFarland Spider-Man number 1. That's CGC. He does not CGC. I don't really CGC either, but in fact, I gave a CGC away recently. Actually, I just sent it out to someone who was cool to me. He sent me like a Doc Savage comic in the mail, so I sent him out a CGC, man. Pretty cool, right? With the gatefold. We've got 1979. What if Sergeant Fury? It's a what if, number 14. What if Sergeant Fury had fought World War II in outer space? And I had this one for the longest time, but I sold it and now I got it back. So, Herb, what is it? Trempe does the. You always get the Watcher, of course, in the beginning of most what ifs, explaining to you why some things had to go down the way they went down. Did you see that short video he made about the party? No, we talking about uh Rob, cheap comic collector? Did not see that. But I'm excited about this Monday. I'm gonna try getting more than one long box. And so now I have to put things into my back storage. So I got to start organizing a little better, you know? No, I haven't seen that yet then, Zodiac. I should check it out. I do have the notifications, so maybe it popped up on my phone. I'm not sure. I've been subscribing. I've been subscribing to people, so now I do the notifications too. Okay, I got another issue of Wasted Space, #1. This is a sci-fi series that came out like 4 years ago or something like that. And Rock and Robbie said this is really good. So this is the Hayden Sherman art. I actually got it probably at the same time by mistake. So this is going to go into the doubles area. But yeah, it's a gatefold. Okay, so pretty cool. Wasted Space. I think it's 2018 or something like that. We'll do an indie from the 80s here. Well, it's 1993. So, and it has this sitcho right here. So back in the day, I guess they expected you to take apart comics and use them as posters and stuff. But this is Megalith. Continuity Comics, Megalith, #16. I'm kind of a sucker for these comics because they look different, you know. The comic it's normally like cardstock, but it also just is it's just a weird different type of paper. And I'm not really a 90s guy, but there's always like cool advertisements and really great art. You know, Neil Adams really worked hard. You could tell. I guess he had this company maybe for like 10 years or something or more. Here's a splash page. So, yeah. I don't know if, I haven't read this yet. I think I read one and I thought it was okay. I like their earlier stuff in the 80s, I think. But yeah, I'm still a sucker for him. I still get him. If I see him for a quarter or two, I'm going to pick him up, you know? We have 1988, X Factor, 28. I got a bunch of these in the chaos. I'm not even sure if this is a double, but it's in like near mint condition. Pretty cool. Super clean. I love it. I love when the comics are super clean, but I don't mind them when they're worn out, you know? I'll totally just I'll pick them up if there's all beat up too. Pretty cool. So I like doing this. I like getting through the chaos. I like filming before I have this method of throwing it in the chaos, filming it, organizing it, scanning it into CLZ, going into bagging and boarding with a new bag and board. Okay, and then it goes into the blog spot. So it's a big production. 1991, Marvel Age, 58, Toxic Avenger. This was a B movie and stuff, and Marvel picked it up. The Night Cat. But yeah, Toxic Avenger is pretty cool. Pretty cool calendar in the back. 1991. Hey, 22. What's going on? From Alabama, man. Yeah, I ended up getting that comic from Brian LCS. I did that. So I'm just going through the chaos, the back-to-back issue area. Yeah, this is 1991. And, these Marvel Ages have some good art, I should do a claim someday, especially after Monday, right? Because I'm going to be getting long boxes for 25 cents. I say long boxes plural, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going to be there. I don't want to jump the gun. Let's do it. Indie from the 80s. I freaking love these, man. 1989 from Eternity Press is Shattered Earth, number 9. There's so much good indie 80s stuff out there because people pretty much were into the big two, and I guess the market got flooded. But there's so much good stuff here for quarters, maybe in your area dollar bins and stuff like that. I just love this stuff. Warlock 5 too. That's Aircell. So I don't know if this publisher got bought Aircell or something. But yeah, I love this stuff. I really do. People were hustling. Here's another Aircell. Brian Blair advertisement for Gun Fury. Gun Fury is supposed to be pretty awesome. I have, I think, issue number 2, volume 2, or something like that. But yeah, this is a score for 50 cents. Didn't even have the filthy 50 centers stamp on it, Cool, dude. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm kind of excited about it. He's an old friend I haven't seen like in 20 years, so. Oh, cool. Yeah, my blog spot, you guys, it's linked below. Check it out. I appreciate you bringing it up, 22. And it's slowly growing, as I say, like a plant, right? When your back is turned for a couple days, it grows. So I've had some wonderful people do it so far. Bottom tier, one of your friends, 22, right? Bottom tier collector. He's my new friend too. Dig that guy. We just recently did a trade. So 1982, Marvel 2-in-1, 84. We've got this cool cover. And we love Alpha Flight, and this might be John Byrne doing this. The Rage of the the Rage of the Ravager. Sometimes I mispronounce my stuff. No, Ron Wilson does the pencils. I guess shout out to Metarog. He loves his Ron Wilson. I guess Ron Wilson did a lot of these Marvel 2-in-1s. I guess he's highly underrated. But I figured it would be a John Byrne issue. But hey, no complaints here. We got Sasquatch throwing down. I grew up on Alpha Flight, the volume 1, the early issues. I loved them. Loved Marina and the Submariner story. Loved the Master of the World and all that stuff. Yeah, are you guys meeting up at a Comic-Con or something like that? I think that's great. I'm going to go to one day of a Comic-Con here in the Pacific Northwest in Puyallups, SummerCon. I'm going to go for Friday, I think. And skip, even the Jim Shooter's going to be there, Jim Starlin, Mark Bagley, but I'm going to skip all those guys, dude. I'm in the mood to buy something nice, like nice Silver Age or something, Marvel or something. I don't know. Hey, 22, man. We're all in this together. I'll make sure I hit your notification bell. I love your live streams, and it seems like you're professional at what you do, but you're also way down to earth, and you welcome everyone on your show. So I really appreciate that, buddy. Wow, trade blog. Okay, yeah, yeah, totally, man. That's good. Hope you guys have fun. That's really cool. Okay, so I got this for a quarter. 1985. The Further Adventures of Indiana Jones. 27. I got a bunch of these in the backed up back issue area. Compliments of another old buddy of mine, Dave. I bought some of his collection. He likes his newsstand stuff, and a lot of this stuff was in high grade. So I don't know what I'm going to do with Tech. Does anyone like Tech? Like TEK? It was written by William Shatner. I don't know what I'm going to do with that stuff. I'm not really a Trekkie, and I got a bunch of that stuff. So yeah, dude, Indiana Jones is cool though. I dig that guy. You know. Why don't we do a reprint here? 1985. Marvel Tales 177. I love my Spidey. I grew up on Spidey since I can remember. I've read comics since I was a child. Let's put it that way. I was gonna say since I was a toddler, but I don't think that. You can meet this guy, some named Joe. The compliments of Smiling Stan and Steve Ditko. I love these reprints. So I read a lot of the Ditko stuff when I was younger because of Marvel Tales. And recently I've been acquiring the square-bound Marvel Tales that I never had before. There's something about the simplicity of Ditko. It's still appealing today. It still works. It's not outdated or anything like that. We're going to go to Atlas Seaboard here. It's 1975 because that's the year they were out. Morlock 2001. Here's another one I got from my friend Dave for a quarter. That's a cool cover. And I guess this company tried competing with Marvel for a year. It just didn't work out. Alan Milgram does the pencils. I think Al Milgram does okay sometimes. Other times he phones it in. But yeah, I think his style is pretty cool. It's not the worst stuff ever, you know? I guess sometimes his covers are a little lacking. Other times it's pretty good. So looking forward to reading this. Hey, Manny. Thanks for being here, dude. I showed Psychotronic Death's Head on the show 2 days ago. I flashed your sketch. Thanks for doing that. I actually want that framed and signed by you. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, hope you're doing good, Emmanuel. Let's do just 1994. Batman. 5. Yeah, dude. I love Manny. He actually sketched me as the Hobgoblin, and I have that on the back of one of my ASMs. You know, I forget which number it is. It's when he's pulling the mask out of the water. Freaking love that one. No, is it that one? Or is it the other one? There's a different one. Sorry, you guys. You think I would remember this stuff? But I got a bunch of these Batman's high grade from eBay. Pretty cool Batmobile sketch. I also recently got a bunch of Batman from Bottom Tier Collector, which I showed on the show. Chaotic comic book cover displays and more with friends, and that went into the chaos too. So I'll be slowly pulling that out as well. But yeah, you got to love this. I missed a lot of this Batman from the 90s. I missed Batman in general. For some reason, as a kid, I distinctly remember we went to these things called flea markets. That's what we called them back east in Connecticut. And one vendor would just straight up ask, "Why aren't you kids into Batman?" Because me and my friends, we didn't collect Batman. We were just Marvel zombies. Now I collect Batman. Now I have probably more Batman than I do anything else. We got another indie from the 80s. Well, it's 1990. Sinbad, number 4. See, the thing about these indies from the 80s is that you can just open. I mean, okay, let me back up, you guys. Sometimes I babble. Look, we got a little Men in Black. I go to the outlet store, Half Price Books in Olympia, Washington. And I pull out stuff like this all the time, high grade 50 centers. And it's freaking beautiful. It's beautiful. The Mirror of the Heart. I love black and white ink. Sometimes, you guys, we're finding out that the colors can destroy a story. But if the penciler and inker are really good, top notch, then black and white is freaking fun. You know? I didn't always feel that way when I was a kid. See, it's weird. I guess, you just change as you get older, I guess, But yeah, beautiful stuff. I just love it. I love that we can get this on so cheap, you guys. So I'm going to go to this Comic Con. Like I said, here's an advertisement for Planet of the Apes. And there's going to be Jim Starlin and Jim Shooter, Mark Bagley, who I respect immensely, but he's one of those standard Spidey artists now. He's known for that, but I'll say hi to them, but I don't know what to say. Remember when you made this? Like, I could ask Jim Shooter how it was like to be sued by Marvel when he was trying to do his own thing, But I won't be able to videotape that. You got to treat people the way you want to be treated, right? So here's a high grade Action Comics, 1992, 676 for 50 cents. I'm not even a big Superman fan, although I'm watching a lot of YouTube channels that love Superman now, and I'm starting to see the appeal. But for 50 cents, dude, I'm just not going to leave this high grade, nice, clean comic. I'm not going to leave it there in the bin. Even if I would send this to someone who would really enjoy it, or a kid or something, I think right now people are taking the paper for granted, and someday that's not going to be the case. I say just go after your heart. I'm not really a speculator, but maybe someday I'll become one. And if I do start getting slabs, I'm only going to buy stuff that I truly love and I don't mind having. Even if there's a couple, whoa, what up? What up, Graham? The Gray Man. What's up, dude? Totally want to jump on your What's in the Box show someday. I plan on doing that. Roger the Hunter. Yeah, no, it's Metarog the Hunter. Manny did a sketch recently in our group there, IG group. You know, I should send 22 an invite. All right, so we got. I would send Graham one too, but I think he's busy on my Fridays that I do the show. What is this? 19. I love shouting out the years, and sometimes I don't see them right not fast enough. So I would say this is like 84, 83. It's American flag 17. I don't have this one. It's about Ranger Plexus in the future. It's like 2089 or something like that. And the American government moved to the moon. You gotta love the art, man. By our classic guy Howard Chaykin. Look at this. And so yeah, it's interesting. It's a great read. It requires you to pay attention to it. You know, it's a very nuanced portrayal of a dystopia. Right? It doesn't hit you over the head really hard, but it's funny, and it's one of those comics that you walk away from it actually. I don't know, feeling good, even though your brain might be working. When you have to read a book and you're focusing on the book, and then that requires you to shut off your memory, your associative memory. And yeah, it's a freaking. I'm glad I got this for 50 cents. I might have gotten it less than that because it was in a bag and board with two other American flags, which I have doubles of. And so this is what actually Bottom Tier Collector wanted, the American flags I had. So that I recently cleared them out of the double area, but now some more are going to go in. So let's go to another first. That was First Comics. And I love my indies from the 80s, right? Especially the early 80s. I think it's great. 1985. John Sable Freelance 30. I have a bunch of these too. A bunch of these are going to be going into the doubles. I didn't have this one. Beautiful Women in Cars. Who's going to complain about that? They're advertising Shatter, which was the first computerized comic. So for all you speculators out there, you should be grabbing Shattered out of the dollar bins. Here's your Mike Grail splash page, you guys. Look at this. So freaking cool. You guys, these are all over the place in dollar bins, man. I got this for 50 cents. No, less than that. I got this on because I couldn't find the number one. And then I saw this eBay haul, high grade, and I got it for like pennies. I mean, just like, I couldn't believe it. I like eBay because I don't want to sit around and watch auctions on whatnot. I feel like I'll spend a lot more money if I do that. But with eBay, I don't even have to. It'll notify me when it's getting close to bidding on it. So I still do that. I know there's nothing like The Hunt, but I live 40 minutes from places that sell comics. So yeah, dude. And plus, I share the wealth. I trade and I give stuff away, man. Totally into it. Okay, so 1984, The Mighty Thor, 354. Wow, I'm rhyming. And we got some, this is the Walt Simonson era. And yeah, this Walter Simonson. Sometimes he's awesome and like really kinetic. and really brilliant. And other times it's like he's phoning it in. He's a legend. I'm not complaining about him, but he's really strange. You know, who doesn't love the Beta Ray Bill stuff? Sometimes he's real scratchy, you know? Yeah. I'm not ashamed to admit it. You know, it's just, it is. I know there was a stigma about that because people collect, they go on the hunt, they're proud of what they do. And I get that, but I also like my wallet. I want to keep what's in my wallet sometimes. Here you go, Graham. Some reprints, right? We'll do the reprints here. From Fleetway. This is in the 90s, but it reprints stuff from the 80s. It's 2000 AD showcase, a quantum leap through the multiverse when it wasn't so popular to have stories about that. Issue 46. Whenever I see these, even for a few bucks, I got this in actually Olympia for like $3 or something like that. I just go for it. I love it. I love my Judge Dredd. I'm still learning about stuff. I love Robo Hunter. I read the Sam Slade going out into that planet that humans wanted to colonize, so they sent robots out there first. But it took them so long that the robots couldn't identify who humans were. They called them simulations. And it's just funny. It's like the super dry humor that I freaking appreciate, you know? And there's no real messaging. There might be a moral to the story, but you're chuckling as you're going along with it, you know, as you're reading it. You know, these guys worked really hard to bring you cool stuff. And yeah, this is Bernard Nelly or something. I'm not really an expert on the 2000 AD stuff. Do something, you fools. He's trying to break out of the tank. That's what I mean. Like, they say, like, they blurt out the obvious and it takes you off guard and you laugh. And I just love that. I freaking love it. Yeah, dude. And plus I'm sharing it too, because there's other people like Cheap Comic Collector Rob. He just buys stuff online, and now he's got thousands and thousands of he's like an LCS now, and he trades and he does $2 claim sales, and people love it. Steven Spock, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it, man. Hope you're having a good day. Okay, the Meltdown Man. I know, Graham, you grew up on this stuff. You know, now you're frequenting haunted pubs. Am I right? Okay, I'm gonna review this too, dude. You know, because I rewatch a lot of my shows. Yeah, dude. What's up, Manny? You're out there in New York City, right? Yeah, dude. Did you finish all the Spectacular Spider-Mans? Do you have them all? Hey, Z. Oh, Z was how's it going, bro? You were here earlier too. Or are you just saying hi to them? Okay, so I know, Grayman, you had the Rude Dude. You had your guys interviewing the Rude Dude, and so I see this stuff in bins and quarter bins all the time, man. It's got a Filthy 50 center stamp. It's from 1992, and it's Nexus the Liberator. I love my Filthy 50s, but I'm actually going to learn how to remove some of them. I'm not going to remove all of them. But yeah, I mean, there is so much Nexus in dollar bins. And look at this, you guys. I mean, I could get this for quarters. But I stopped reading it because I want to go to issue 1. I heard he did a Kickstarter, or he's doing a Kickstarter or something. Steve Rude, my God. Sleepy Reader 666 remarked that he's actually like Jack Kirby doing Space Ghost or something like that. And I've read a few of these issues, and I really enjoy them. So, yeah, check out Gray Man's channel for any interviews with current interviews with Steve Rude. Some cool stuff. He also gets, JMD Matthias on there. I grew up on JMD Matthias. I'm going to a con, and I don't even know what to say to celebrities. I don't know how to interview them. I'd be like, hey, I like when you did this, like some Saturday Night Live skit. So I found an early Starman from this run. It's 1995. Starman number 7. Higgy got me into this, so I recently acquired a lot of the earlier issues, but I found this one in the 50-cent bin, I think, unless I got this from Rob. I grew up on Mad Season, this kind of stuff, Alice in Chains and stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, this is about Jack Knight, who is reluctantly the Starman. And this guy, the Mist, just comes in and just wreaks havoc on his personal life, kills his brother, who was supposed to be the Starman, just shoots him. And it blows up his father's mansion, or his place where he lived, and the original Starman almost kills him. It's definitely cool. I like it. 1976, Doctor Strange number 20. I don't know if this is a Bruner issue. It might be. But look at that. So beautiful. And notice a guest artist, Rudy Nevers. But guest artist is fitting the bill. It's still fun to look at. I know Gene Colan did a lot of this too. I was going to start reading these, but I thought I had the number 1, but I don't have the number 1. Maybe I'll look for that. Maybe I'll go on the hunt when I go to this Comic Con. Look at this. Who doesn't love old freaking Doctor Strange? So freaking cool. I didn't grow up on this stuff. I grew up on Roger Stern's Spidey, is what I grew up on. And I guess Roger Stern does the later volume of this, volume 1 of Doctor Strange. And I actually read a couple issues and I liked it. So pretty cool stuff, you guys. Very happy. Got this on eBay too, real cheap. Got a bunch of Doctor Strange at mid-grade, Cool. Yeah, you guys. I freaking appreciate all you guys, man. Appreciate the rewatches. Appreciate the chat. And I feel like I'm getting tight with you guys. I freaking love it, Yeah, check out Gray Man's Haunted Pub once a month. He takes his family. The first one was where Jack the Ripper frequented, which is pretty cool. Dude, I haven't even started that yet. I for the longest time, my friends were like, The Sopranos, dude, and I haven't even gotten into it. What I'm watching now is Outer Range. You guys should check that freaking show out if you haven't already, on Amazon. It's on the 2nd season, and we're in the 2nd season right now. And I freaking love it. I don't want to spoil it for you guys because I could talk about it like I talked about X-Files on here. Okay, so you're missing Spectacular 70. Web is done. Oh, cool. Okay, dude. You're doing good then. But my fave was, okay, Tom Mandrake, As I Love His Art. All right, yeah. Yeah, Mandrake. I am familiar with. There's a lot of stuff I'm unfamiliar with, bro. I'm not gonna freaking bullshit you. What up, Jacob? Hope you're having a good day, dude. Oh, are you talking about Starman? Um, that's cool. Everyone's saying hi to each other and stuff, whatnots. Hey, what up, bottom tier? Got your Batmans? I showed him a couple days ago on the live show, and I threw him into the chaos, the backed up back issue area, where I'll be pulling them up slowly. But thank you for those Batman issues. Really appreciate it, bro. Yeah, he was everywhere in the '80s, but man, I grew up on those Amazing Spider-Man with John Romita Jr. That was my stuff, man. That's my bread and butter right there. Cool. Cool. Yeah, dude. Yeah, investigating pints and the paranormal. Yeah, I can't wait for the next episode. I got to make sure I'm subscribed to you guys. I mean, I'm subscribed. The thing is, I'm subscribing to everybody. So now I got to, like, for the guys I'm following, I got to hit the freaking notification bell. I didn't do any of that stuff. 1967, we got a Silver Age, uh, Doom Patrol, 117. I got this at Danger Room Comics in Olympia. Freaking loved it. Was, the Black Vulture. He's spreading. Oh my God, it's circling. So cool. I love now, like I said, I'm gonna go to the summer con in Puyallup. I'm gonna go one day on Friday, and I'm just gonna freaking buy some what I deem as beautiful comics at a decent price. I'm gonna do that for silver and bronze, probably mostly Marvel, you guys, since I'm a Marvel zombie still. I mean, I've read a lot of Justice League and Batman and Martian Manhunter. I've read him too. Always thought he was interesting, but yeah, you guys. Very happy to own this. I've always wanted to read Doom Patrol. I'm getting really behind on my reading. Kind of sucks. What up, Damien? Thanks for being here, dude. Really appreciate it. Yep, you put Conan, the recent Conan, at your number one spot, dude. Damien does a great reviews of indie comics, man. He's one of the best. Okay, so 1987, I grew up on this. Strike Force Moratori. We Who Are About to Die, number 8. And this right here, you guys, the beginning of it, I remember as a child, I was very intrigued by. And believe it or not, people died in this comic book storyline, right? And they stayed dead. So it's kind of strange in a way, And I hope they never bring this series back. Because, I hope death has meaning somewhere in the comic book world. But yeah, I got that for 50 cents. You got to freaking love that. 1988, X Factor. I got a bunch of these, man. This might be a double too. I think I got this from Dave for like 25 cents and whatnot. I love the Walt Simonson issues. I don't really love the story. I remember it kind of being a little meh, even when I was a kid. I kind of liked it because I got the original X-Men, I never had that when I was a kid. But yeah. I'm so far behind on my reading. I should do it. I normally do a reading thing too, Swagda, what up? Guess what, dude? I just shipped out your package today. So you'll get the package probably Tuesday. I'll give you the tracking number. Kevin McGuire, yeah. Yeah, cool. Did he do the Justice League stuff? That's pretty cool, man. Mike Alred, yeah. I appreciate it, man. I like how you once said it. We're all like meeting each other. I like the organic process, you know. I'm not hitting over everybody over the head. Yo, are you done? I don't know. What time is it? Should I get out of here? Oh my god, it's 45 minutes. Holy cow, I should get out of here. So you guys check out Rob this Saturday. He's got a 9.8 McFarlane #1 that he's going to give away. So as a slab. And Rob and I are not slabbers. I might be someday. I might do it someday. I'm not going to lie. Because if there's money in it, man, I'm going to do it. But I'm going to go after the stuff that I truly love. I'm not going to mess around. Okay, you guys. Afternoon, Alberto. Thanks for being here. Ranger Sly. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your videos. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Synchronicity, right? I get a lot of synchronicity when I'm watching YouTube channels I enjoy. I'm glad you like that Doom Patrol. I'm going to go for an hour because I'm going to get through this. Because I got a big... these issues are backing up on me, man. Okay, 1985. Squadron Supreme. #12. I do love Mark Grenwald. I when I was a kid, I got into Quasar because of Mark, and so I plan on reading this. I never read Squadron Supreme, but when I see this in the dollar bins, you know, Nighthawk I'm reading and Defenders right now with the JMD Matthias run. Pretty cool. So yeah, I guess God rest his soul. I guess Grenwald was a prankster too. He would commit pranks against the other creators who were in the office and stuff. Got this for 50 cents. 1992. Superman 493. Kind of mid-grade. Cool cover. Like I said, I'm not going to leave this stuff behind for 50 cents. Although now I'm going to be buying a bunch of modern comics for way cheaper than 50 cents. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be going to my friend Sean's I haven't seen in 20 years and buying long boxes of modern comics. So we'll see how that goes. If I'm interested, I got to see what he has, you know. I'd rather fill up my house with indies from the 80s, but you don't want to stereotype. You don't want to stereotype certain eras of comic books, believe it or not, even modern ones. There's always good comics in every era. Okay, 1984. This is West Coast Avengers #3. And it's the limited series. I might have showed this in What's in the Box when Metarog was doing it. So Metarog does What's in the Box, but the Gray Man started it, and sometimes the Gray Man takes it over for a couple weeks. I don't know how you guys do it, but you alternate it. But it's cool stuff. I think I remember liking the limited series of West Coast, but the series itself, the following series, Volume 2, it was kind of boring. At least when I was a kid, I felt that way, I should probably wrap it up here because all this stuff is just whatever. But we'll do 1987. It's the reprint, Marvel Tales 209, the reprint of Punisher's first appearance. That's right, dude. Skull, baby. It's a skull. I was always kind of thought Punisher was cool as a backup character, but I know we got our Punisher fans out there. Ross Andrews, I think, an underrated Spidey artist. About 15 years ago, I read almost the first 20 years of Spidey, and I really think that they could bring back Spidey again as a good comic book. It's just they put too much emphasis on Peter Parker. This is my opinion now, and that kind of ruined the direction of the story throughout the years. When if you lean into the way that Steve Ditko wanted to lean into Spidey, fighting mad scientists and stuff and being a loner. And sure, he was awkward as a kid, and he could grow out of that eventually. But you could lean into that more the way that DC leans into Batman more than Bruce Wayne. They just haven't figured it out yet. Okay, you guys. We're going to have to wrap this up soon. We'll do 1979, Marvel 2-in-1, 57. Pretty cool. Probably more Ron Wilson art within. There's my guy Quasar that I mentioned. I can't wait to reread a lot of this earlier Quasar stuff. You got the bands from Marvel Boy. But good stuff, all in all. All right, I'm going to catch up on the chat, and then I'm out, you guys. I got stuff to do. But yeah, I really appreciate all you guys, man. Appreciate you peeps showing up, saying hi, and all that. It's pretty cool. Okay, it's cool. You guys are just saying hi to each other. I thought I was what? Okay, maybe you're talking to someone else. You probably are, because I'm not a DC loyalist. I was more of a Marvel zombie. Cool. Awesome. Yes, current Conan, I guess, is great. When I acquire issues of that on the cheap, I hand them off to Easy Comic Reader right now. I might just pick up the trade. I don't know. Yeah. Strike Force Moratori. Check it out sometime. The early issues, I guess, are good. Hey, I appreciate you guys jumping in and out. I appreciate you saying hi. Thank you. Yeah, dude. After a while, it's like I have so many comics now that I don't mind letting stuff go, even though I want them. I'm not hoarding them. But when I start buying stuff I truly love more often, like expensive wise, those I'm going to probably hold on to, right? All right, you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Rob. I kept going, but I got stuff I got to do today. But I love this community, man. I do. I freaking dig you guys. We're really doing something different here. I know it's been going on for a while. I've been doing this for about a year, a little over a year and a quarter or something. Oh, yeah? Okay. You don't have Lobo or Wolverine slabbed yet, huh? I think that's great. You got all those Wolverine books, dude. And I enjoyed your slideshow with the synthwave music. I thought that was great, dude. All right, you guys. Yeah, dude. I'm the Dark Star. go around with a big ego trip on that one. I'm not hunting for certain things other than I want to fill in my Uncanny X-Men 70s, early 80s. I think I got most of the Frank Miller Daredevil, which I should start reading. I want to fill in my Spideys, up New Teen Titans, and I read Crisis on Infinite Earths, and I agree with Rob, cheap comic collector. I think I agree with that. It's probably one of the greatest uh, superhero comic books ever created. I couldn't believe how good it was. But yeah, dude, I'm working on stuff, and at the end of June, I'll be going to SummerCon for a day. Okay, Ranger Sly, I know you got some knowledge too. I appreciate it, man. Um, so that's some character deconstruction, I guess. Pretty cool. Thanks, Swag. Yeah, hit the like button if you want. It's cool. I appreciate it. Who doesn't like numbers, right? You know, we all look at YouTube and we see these high numbers and we're happy. Yeah, the thing about the 90s, everything was so extreme, but there was a lot of posing too, you know. Where before that in the 80s, there was more perspective, you know, there was more camera angles that were interesting. But that's a stereotype, but I actually got out of comics in the early 90s due to like McFarlane and stuff like that. I just wasn't relating to it anymore. Cool. You guys are being cool to each other. Um, Congratulations, my brother Rob, who lives in Greece right now. He got his second black belt in Aikido. And thank you, Rob, for joining the show. And he's a big Daredevil fan. He hasn't thought about comics in a long time, but he watches my show and now he's thinking about comics again. So that is so cool, Rob. It was nice having a nice phone conversation with you about that. Cool. Yeah, Lobo is cool. I like the idea of Lobo, but it's a little over the top for me. But it's cool that you love Lobo. That's why I sent, I think, most of what I had of Lobo to you. Although I'm going to keep my JLIs, right, and some Omega Men and stuff like that. Cool, cool, Rob. Got two Robs in here, cheap comic collector, and appreciate that swag. And you're getting your package, dude. You should see it Tuesday or Wednesday. Okay, you guys. Really appreciate this chat. Really appreciate you guys. I think I caught up. McFarlane didn't really offend me. I just didn't relate to it. Now I think the dude's a champ, of course, you know. So I like his the solo stuff more when he was writing it. I like that stuff more. Okay, guys, I'm out. This has been Psychotronic Squirt Gun, gazing at open comics on a Friday afternoon. I might keep that silly title. And I want to thank all you guys for being cool to me. And I'll see you. I'm going to do my classic video on Monday. I'll see you on Wednesday, and then I'll see you on Wednesday. So I'll see you on the next one, you guys. Yeah. Later, BTC. Deuces. Thanks, you guys.